Hello everyone, welcome back to Skill Pathshala. Today we will learn about the what is IAM, and IAM have very important role in AWS. So let's see the topic. What topics we will cover in this video? What is identity and access management? Okay, what is identity and access management? This is the full form of the IAM, identity and access management, IAM. And why IAM is so important? How does IAM work? IAM features, identity and access management examples. We will also see this. Okay, so now what is identity and access management? The AWS Identity and Access Management is a web service, right? Web service, same like other services like S3, EC2, and same like IAM. And here, with IAM, you can control who is authenticate and authorized to use resources. As we know, in the AWS, there are many services and resources available. So here we can control all the resources through IAM. IAM can define which services can access by the user. Okay. So when you first create an AWS account, you need a single sign-in identity to access all AWS services. It's known as a root access. Okay, and this identity is called the AWS account root user. You can access it by signing in with the email ID. Whenever you have registered on AWS, then you will put the same email ID and password, and that will create the account. And now let's see how does IAM works. How does IAM works? Actually, getting started with IAM is just simple. IAM is located in the AWS Management Console. You can access it through a command line client and SDK or an HTTPS API, right? So there are three options to access the IAM role: IAM, command line, SDK, and HTTPS API. Within IAM, you can create users, roles, policies, and groups. All these topics we will see in next video. A recommended best practice is that your root user, the user that was created when you registered for an AWS account, not be used for day-to-day action within your account, but rather only in emergency situation. Okay, so here it's clear, the root user is not access to daily purpose, it's very emergency situation account, and this is we call the root user has access to every part of the account, compromising your security posture if the credentials are lost or stolen. As part of the principle of least privilege, the best practice is that you create one or more IAM users with the minimum set of permission needed to perform the job. For example, you might create an admin user with full access to the console, but not the authorization to perform command line operation. This account should not be used for your everyday or administrative task. Instead, it should be used only to create your first IAM user. Okay, so it's clear. After that, secure and root user credential and use them only when performing necessary tasks like account and service management. Let's see the why IAM. The purpose of IAM is to help IT administrators manage AWS user identities and their varying level of access to AWS resources. For example, AWS users can be created and assigned individual security credential, example, passphrases, SSH, key, MFA, granted permission to access AWS or removed at any time. In doing so, organization gain granular control over who has permission to access their AWS resources, which resources are available, and the actions authorized user can perform within their provisioned resources. Okay. For example, this is the principal section. Here is the request. All the request will be the authorized by identity based policies. Account ID is this. These are the two account, and all this will be verified through the account actions console operation API. All these resources like EC2, IAM, S3. So it's all accessed by the AWS IAM role. Okay. Now IAM features shared access to your AWS account. You can grant other people permission to administrator and use resources in your AWS account without having to share your password or access key. This is the granular permissions. You can grant different permission to different people for different resources. Secure access to AWS resources. You can use IAM features to securely provide credential for applications that run on EC2 instance. These credentials provide permissions for your application to access other AWS resources. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, it's very important. You can add two-factor authentication to your account and to individual user for extra security. All these are the feature of IAM. Identity federation. You can allow user who already have password elsewhere. Okay. And identity information for assurance. You receive a long record that include information about those who made request for resources, which is based on IAM identities. PCI DSS compliance. IAM support the processing, storage and transmission of credit card data by merchant or service provider and has been validated as being compliant with payment card industry PCI, it's known data security standard DSS, integrated with many AWS services. There are numbers of AWS services that work with IAM. Eventually consistent, IAM achieves highly availability by replicating data across multiple servers within Amazon data centers around the world. The change is committed and safely stored when you request for some modifications. Okay. And free to use. When you access other AWS services using your IAM user or AWS STS temporary security credential, only then you will be charged. So this is also a good feature of the IAM role. Now let's see this diagram. These all the features of AWS as we discussed: shared access, granular permission, secure access to AWS, multi-factor authentication, MFA, identity federation, PCI DSS compliance, integrated, consistent, free to use and identity information. This is a diagram. We have mentioned all the features of IAM. Now let's see identity and access management example. This is very important example to understand exactly what is the IAM. To understand the concept of identity and access management, let's take an example. Suppose a person has a startup with 3 to 4 members and hosted the application over Amazon. Since it's a small organization, everybody would have access to Amazon. Everybody would have access to Amazon, where they can configure, perform other activities with their Amazon account. Some after some time, once the team size grows with set of people in each, maybe 100 or 200, he would not prefer to give full access to Amazon Web Services as they are all employee and the data need to be protected. In this case, it would be advisable to create a few Amazon Web Services accounts called IAM user, Identity Access Management users. Here we will shortlist some management from some management team, some high skilled developers, and give them authenticity to access the AWS resources. Okay. The advantage here is that we can control in what domain they can work. For example, there is one developer who have the expertization in EC2. Then we can give only the EC2 resources permission to the particular IAM user. Okay. So I think now it's clear the IAM. Okay. And here is a diagram also. Login using any device or platform via multi-factor authentication, gain access to the GDS ecosystem, any other provider, your network, your cloud. So this is the MFA. MFA. And I think this is another one more example. If the team grow to 4,000 people with various tasks and departments, the best solution would be the Amazon support the single sign-in with the directory service. Amazon provides service supported by SEM based authentication. It would not ask for any credential when somebody organization log into the organization machine. It would name to Amazon portal and would show services that the particular user allowed to use. The biggest advantage of using IAM is that there is no need to create multiple users but implement a single sign-in. Okay, so all these information was about to the IAM, and in the next video we will learn some other topic and deep detail. So thank you for watching this video.